What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Free Spirit Tarot. I am Poetry. You are here for another deck unveiling. I explained to you guys before that I am going to be going through all of the decks that I own and show you the ones that I have never shown on this channel. So this is not an unboxing. This is just a discussion. If you're here for a flip through of just the cards only and you don't want to hear all the commentary, this may not be the video for you. However, you can put me on mute, go into your settings, and speed up the frame so that way you can see all the cards in the amount of time that you wish to allow to this channel. I'm fine with that. If not, we're going to sit here and we're going to discuss the deck itself, the Housewives Tarot, a domestic divination kit with deck and instruction book by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum. I'm just going to give you a little conversation about how the cards themselves may make me feel, how I feel about them since I've purchased. I don't recall what year I bought these in, but also what my concerns may be with the deck itself. And yeah, we'll go for that. So if you're into that type of stuff and you want to stick around the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like the video to let me know that you enjoy this type of content. Put your notifications on so that way you can know when I drop videos. I am currently going through a series that explains how I read each card intuitively. We are on the High Priestess next, so that'll be coming up during this couple weeks. There'll be readings on the channel, so forth and so on, all that good jazz. Yes, indeed. So, but right now we're going to hop right into the Housewives Tarot. Alrighty, so here's the box, right? It has all the symbols, for the swords, which is silverware, pentacles, which is plates, wands, which is brooms, and cups, which is like drinking vessels. They may be wine glasses, martini glasses, coffee cups, all kind of type of cups coming up through here. Now, when I saw this deck originally, I said, oh my God, that is so cute. Give you Leave It to Beaver, 1960s vibe. Let me buy this. That's what I originally said. And then once I got the deck and I flipped through the cards, I was like, do I even like this? Yeah. And then when the trad wife thing started becoming more popular, which is still growing today, it really made me dislike this deck even more. And I started seeing it more from a 1960s Leave It to Beaver to Stepford Wives type situation. I don't know. It's some interesting cards, I think. I still enjoy the artwork itself. But it does not give me the vibes that I want to have as far as when I give readings. I'll pull these cards and feel nothing, see nothing. And again, it does have a guidebook with it. So if you like to go through guidebooks and use those, or if you go off of just basically learning the tarot card meanings and you think you got those memorized, this may still be the thing for you. It says, begin your journey by lifting the lid and dealing out your fate. So we're going to lift the lid. Bam! What we have here is the major arcana cards are supposed to be in here. They're not. I gotta put them there. The minor arcana goes here. The Housewives Tarot, I don't know what this card, I guess it should go there so you can read it. Instruction book, that's this here. It's cute. It's giving cute. It's giving miniature. Has some little images. They're not necessarily colored. They're like sepia. Some big haired women. I think one of the things I did like is like the concept of it, like death card or salmonella. Things like that. And then they have a few of spreads throughout the book that you can use. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, like I say, this page is breaking down what each card could possibly mean. Now, on the deck itself, it's not these sepia colors. It's not those sepia colors. So you'll able to get a little more feel from it. Now, again, I have opened this deck already once. I have shuffled this deck once before, too. Um, I have shuffled this deck once before too, but I have placed these back in order of the way that I go through the deck with the major arcana, the Fool's Journey. Why is my battery not charging? Then the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Swords, Pentacles. Give me 1 second, y'all. My battery isn't charging. Why isn't my battery charging? Plug in. Plug in. I'll just pause. All right, I had to back up off the frame a little bit so I want you to be able to see the cards as I pass through them. And so this is the Fool's Journey. And we start off with a housewife who it appears that she may be on a shopping spree. She's heading out the house. She's her wallet, she got all her essentials, her makeup, face powder, her wedding ring. She's cleaning out the purse. She has her gloves on. It looks like she's cleaning out the place, taking out everything. There's another cleaning glove there. So clean the house in a way that may possibly be spending money recklessly. That's what I see here. And that maybe that's the Fool's Journey or the Fool's Errand that she's on. Okay. So the images, like I said, the characters' heads are big. That actually kind of annoys me some too. I'm not too fond of big head characters. The magician, I'm not sure exactly why he is the magician unless he's selling dishwashers and dryers. And, magicians could con you out of shit or talk you into stuff. They can fool you, make you think something is more shiny or beautiful than it really is. Let's see. Let me see now. I'm trying to read this stuff in the background. Get money back. Better places. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how this represents a magician per se, other than being a salesman. That's all I see there. The Empress is recipes for success. She nurtures. Is that the word? Nurtures, not nurtures. Nurtures the body. With different food concoctions that you can come up with. It's just something about I like the imagery, but I don't. I like the colors. I like the muted colors. But I think it's because they enlarge their faces that they look really. And then he looks more cartoonish than she does. So, not sure how I feel about that. The Emperor and his new clothes. His clothes are everything under the kitchen sink. French dressing, coffee, salad oil, more coffee, green beans, sloppy joes, evaporated milk, beans. The Emperor is everything. He's ever changing. He doesn't know who he is himself half the doggone time. But then there's some recipes in the background, y'all. I've been trying to figure out what those recipes are. 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of molasses. Molasses souffle. That's what the recipe is for. And I overstated the sizes. I just, anyway, hope. High Priestess is the secret syrup. Can't really say it's Mrs. Butterworth, but we all know who that's supposed to be. That's supposed to be Mrs. Butterworth. She is the secret syrup, the High Priestess. High Priestess keep secrets. I just learned that High Priestess is supposed to be a negative card compared to the Hierophant being the positive card. Same thing with the Empress and the Emperor. She holds all the knowledge. The Hierophant shares all the news. This is an old school TV set, y'all. So it is still giving me the retro 60s vibe. It's just that I have not vibed with the cards. But I'm not ready to give this up. The Lovers. They should have been on Lookout Mountain. Or she should have had a wedding veil that was flying in the background. That's what I think. But this is the Lovers card. Maybe red Cadillac. Mm. The Chariot card is an old station wagon with a wood grain, baby. Or you be flopping around the seat. And they have the Chariot is taking risk and gaining, doing chores. I don't know what, I'm assuming that's tarot. The Chariot for me is all I'm going to do is win, going on the journey, moving forward, pushing past. The Strength card, scrub soap pads, baby. The Brillo pads, it says shines aluminum fast. Brillo pads will get you right. If you got one of those Teflon coated pans and stuff, don't use no Brillo. These little babies here though, mm-hmm. You know what? It looks kind of blue on the screen. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to move that. But it's actually black Brillo. But yeah, I got a box of those right now. They tough. They strength. Mm-hmm. The Hermit. This big ass woman in this little bitty ass tub with the Lux soap all alone. All by myself. This card is wickedly weird to me. Why is she so big in this little bitty ass tub? It is a bathtub, y'all. Um, she's scrubbing off the age spots and things like that. Wheel of Fortune it probably should have been the actual game show Wheel of Fortune, but this is a Russian roulette machine. You know, this all you do who don't know, always bet on black. I'm just saying, always bet on black. All right. The Justice card, baby, she is giving her son a spanking, and she got that wooden spoon. We would have ping pong battles, bowler bat uh, paddles, race car tracks, and those green switches off the tree. I guess he eating some candy he wasn't supposed to eat, and now she is serving him up some justice by spanking their tail. Swag out, swag out. Spanking, I do not think is wrong. Abusive, beating the hell out of your children is. The Hangman, she's hanging him out to dry. He's on the clothesline, upside down, but he looks excited. He's happy to be there. That's what it looked like to me. He don't look afraid. And her big bloomer draws. Why she got this little bitty ass man? She got him under her spell. He her puppet. The Death card, the Salmonella. Got what's the word? Molded cheese, which is basically penicillin. Everything expires. I like that concept. There's flies hanging around. The lettuce don't look too bad. The tomatoes shabby as shit though. It even look like it got worms in the middle of them. The carnation milk, I guess it's evaporated. And what the top says, another fine food. It doesn't give me transition like the traditional death card. This is like it's over. The time has come. It's time to end it. Be done. Okay, your time has ran out. Type situation. Type shit. um, then the Temperance card. All about patience. You know, you got your blender and you got all these things that you need to deal with, and it all's going to go in one pot. You put in a little bit of joy, you add a little bit of justice. You even have some instant anger with forgiveness, though. Notice that, and sorrow, all in your pot. It's all a part about who you are and your character and how you um, display yourself to the world. Okay, the Devil card, all the sweet addictions, volumes, cigarettes, alcohol, how ready cheese and instant coffee. I know coffee could be an addiction, but ready cheese is an addiction. TV dinners and sports, which is basically spam, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just going to lump it all together with food as being the addiction and find women. Because come on, legs. Come on. The Tower card. It's fruitcake. I don't get it as far as the Tower is concerned. Although fruitcakes are nasty as bejeebus to me. Why is there olives? Olives are fruit, though. Oh, it looks disgusting. And it doesn't appear to be falling down or... So I don't get how this image represents the Tower. Let's see. I'm going to look up the book on this one to see exactly what the author says about this particular card. Or are they going to give us the standard remote of phrasing? So the Tower card in this particular deck, it represents repression, breaking the mold, and questioning convention. Okay, I can see all of that there in that card. This is why I would break out a guidebook, because if I don't get nothing at all, I need to know what the heck I'm looking at. So it's saying it's time for you to break the mold, the gelatin mold, that is. When the Tower appears in a reading, not in a reading, Lord have mercy. When the Tower appears in a reading, it represents the need to question things, to see delicious gelatin for what it really is, ground up bones and pig hooves. That is I knew it looked disgusting. Appearances can be deceiving. Are those maraschino cherries or lima beans? Don't resign yourself to becoming just another piece of fruit trapped deep inside the conventions of this towering dessert. Okay, I see you. Time to break the mold. Okay, let's rock with that. Okay, the Star card. I think I've said this before. The Hierophant, the Star card, the Temperance card, and all the court cards are my least favorite cards in the decks. Specifically, the Star card. She's sweet as American pie, cherry pie. Okay, she won first place in the bake off. She has her American flag around her head, and she has a many ribbons to show that she has many accomplishments when it comes to baking. She is the star. Okay, and as we say in African American vernacular, she is the birthday baby. Okay, the Moon card. She's sleeping well. I don't know why I saw 9 of swords with this, but she's sleeping well. She got a cold cream on. She protected. She got but she didn't put the rollers in, but her snap-on rollers are right here. But ain't no rollers in her doggone head. And she's counting sheep. The sheep ain't jumping. No, the cow jumps over the moon, not the sheep. But anyway, she's counting sheep, so she's sleeping well. It looked like one of my old mattresses with the handle on the side right there. Those were some good mattresses until they weren't. All right, so the moon and the sun are cousins. You know, he basically just woke up. It's the same mojo. The sun, early in the morning. Early in the morning, you put breakfast on the table. Ooh, judgment. Baby, look at them ribeye steaks. And she is weighing herself. She don't weigh a damn thing. Ain't no judgment there. In the back it says, don't starve, count your calories. Not a drug, you know. Want to lose those ugly pounds? Do as Diane Phillips did. Lose painlessly, easily. That's what all this little article back here in the back saying. Start today like your better self tomorrow. Get on the scale and start judging everything you do in life. I will eat a good ribeye. I had one earlier today. The World card. It's basically normally this would be a coupon box. So you would have all your coupons separated in for the different items that you're trying to buy for the car. But this one just seems like to be I don't know, a memory box it looks like. Because there's like the baby carriage and then the family on top of the world and then like the first house or something like that. All right, so now let's move on to the court. I mean the minor Ace of Wands. And again, we have different types of brooms here. The Ace of Wands other cards I really don't like much in the decks. They don't give you much of anything. You really have to lean in on the guidebook meanings. Let's go with the Ace of Wands here. See what this one is showing me. Oh, they have cups first. I had wands first. Energy protects an adventure. Behold a new spark of energy to begin your next project. You hold the power to dust away the old and start anew. Okay, I like that. I see. This is more literal. You see a duster, and what do you do with dust? You get rid of stuff, make things shiny and new. When the Ace of Wands appears in a reading, it speaks new adventures, journeys, or suggests that it's time to do a little spring cleaning. Grab that pledge and get to work. I might like this deck a little bit more. I don't know. Two of Wands. She tired. She, she got a hand on every part of the broom. You know how sometimes you, as a woman taking care of the household, you feel like you need octopus arms in order to do everything. Well, she got 4 arms. Three of Wands. She got her mop, a broom, toilet bowl cleaner. 4 of Wands. Where's her wands at? Oh, she got 4 mops. What's she doing? Mopping outside? Because she outside of the house. I don't like that one. I don't see nothing celebratory about that. The 5 of Wands. She has 3 attached to her waistline and 2 here, and she's just dusting and cleaning. She got everything to do around the house. 6 of Wands. All the other women are fascinated with all the tools that she does have. Mops and squeegee cleaners and dusters and brooms, and I don't know why everything is in the kitchen sink though. And why do we have toilet toothbrushes all around the toilet? Are y'all women still out here cleaning y'all toilets with toothbrushes just to get into the grooves and nooks and crannies back there? They used to do that back in the day. They used to do that. Okay, 8 of Wands. More mops and brooms with the big head lady again. Why is her head so big? 9 of Wands. Yeah, this whole suit is all about cleaning tools. This one feels overwhelming. And she is. She's trying to carry all that crap too. Where are you trying to carry to? Then the page with his little bad butt out here playing horse with the doggone mop. You up here looking for it, trying to clean. The night out here with the doggone plunger, the toilet plunger, riding his bike with a pot on his head. Okay. And then there's Mom. I don't know what that is on top of her head. I have no idea what that is on top of her head. Dad. He ain't doing nothing with nothing. Why they throw a rake in there like he got something to do? He ain't achieving a doggone thing. He just buying you more stuff. All right, here we go with the cups. Okay. I'm not going to say much on these, you know. This 3 of Cups make me feel like you a baby. You a crybaby. That's what they make me feel like. Like, no, I don't want none of that. Why is there a sword inside of the cup, though? No, I don't want none of that. 5 of Cups. This chick is an alcoholic. She going through. 6 of Cups. At least she got some pink lemonade. At least it's pink lemonade. Something. It's still sweet, but like it's not alcohol. 7 of Cups. She got so many beverage choices. Little brandy, little wine, little margarita, little sangria. None of those are sangrias. You know what I'm talking about. 8 of Cups. This gives me nothing. She seems like she's fed up though, if I just look at her facial expression. Well, otherwise it gives me nothing. 9 of Cups, all about giving, and he's just giving her some more damn dishes to wash. That's all he did. 10 of Cups, I'm not sure why she is holding her armpits, but she full of the liquor, I'm gonna guess, or she about to be. She gonna turn up. Page of Cups. I'm ancestors that have fallen, and he's watering them, keeping the memory alive. Why is his hand so big, looking like that? Oh, her the big head knight, sneaking dad, sharing people. I don't understand these queens at all. I don't understand the queens at all. I don't understand the kings at all. He's an alcoholic though. He got 2 cup glasses of beer. All right, so let's move on to the swords. Eat cake. Eat the cake, anime. I don't want the cake, Ike. I say eat the cake, anime. Now it's turkey dinner. I guess she gonna try to cut it with her eyes closed. Cause she's so used to doing it. She know how to carve a turkey with her eyes closed and the head turned to the back. 3 of swords. Somebody is sleeping in my cake, baby. 4 of swords. I don't get it. Oh, she's doing self-care, protecting herself. Because there was I was like, the cucumber, what the hell the cucumbers got to do? But then you put the cucumbers on your eyes, your night cream, your cuticle oil, lipstick. You don't need the lipstick for bed though, but still. Swords. I guess she's making a dress. As you see the needle and the thread and all that there. 5 of swords. Putting stuff together. Why would the 5 of swords be stitching stuff together? Let's see what she tells us. Accepting limitations, realism, time management. I can see the time management there. Okay. Sure, you think you can do it all, but no one is perfect. You should acknowledge and accept your limitations and focus on goals that are actually within your reach. Why wouldn't this be in her reach? Okay. Your perfectionist nature may be working against you. Knitting baby booties and darning socks is an attainable goal. Sewing your entire wardrobe from scratch is not. Why isn't it? A lot of people make their clothes. Anyway, all the time wasted on impossible could have been used more effectively for realistic tasks. Like what? Cleaning the toilet? Shut up. All right, let's go. 6 of swords. I realize that the men in the household, although this is showing like stepford wives or trap wives, are never really present. They should have had a knife salesman. They could have had there. 7 of swords. Is she backstabbing them? What the hell? What's going on? Is she doing it with joy? 9 of swords. Yeah, I don't like this one for 9 of swords either. 10 of swords. 8 of swords. Queen of swords. It's like, yeah, they're getting rid of the men. Yeah, that's why I gave me Stepford Wives vibes. I don't like this little bad kid. He's not doing nothing specific here, but look, he about to cut up my doggone wallpaper that he done already put his hands all over and got fingerprints all in the stuff. The Knight of Swords. His knife is a comb, child. Talk about ego. And they love him like a little dreamboat. If you don't get your wannabe Fonzie butt on some doggone where, King of Swords, King of the Hibachi, King of the Grill, he look like he don't know what he gonna be doing. Cause you ain't gonna be out here in no doggone penny loafers on the grill. Need some socks and flip flops, sir. Pinnacles. Cleaning dishes. Breaking dishes. Juggling all kind of avenues of life. You got one child holding on to you. You got the dog pulling on you one way. You know, every which kind of way you go. 3 of Pentacles. Working hard to keep the house together. Keep everything in order. Maintain a balance. They see you. They watching you. They clocking what you're doing. Four of Pentacles. This really makes her look weird. Five of Pentacles. Breaking dishes. And a big ass head again. Six of Pentacles. He's stealing cookies, milking cookies. It's Halloween time. Cookies and candy corn. They don't go together. But still. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. She Bob Ross on the joint. Painting plates. You could at least did the ones that that they hang on the wall. The grandma house used to have the ones that had some more decoration. Lord Jesus, I can't speak. And Nine of Pentacles. Being full. Two doggone full. Ain't them dishes ain't getting cleaned up in that joint. Ten of Pentacles. Having the big, beautiful house that you've always dreamed about. Big stability. The Page of Pentacles. This is not. Why in the flick is he throwing the dishes out of my doggone china cabinet? He need a spanking again. Knight of Pentacles. I heard cutting the grass in a three-piece tux. Queen of Pentacles. Honey, you shrunk the fam? Or I don't get it. And the king of doing nothing. King of doing nothing. That is it, y'all. That is the Housewives Tarot. Again, it's not a deck that I really like. I'll probably never use it. But for some reason, I have not let it go. So I'll figure out later on in life if this is one I want to part ways with, because it does not fit who I am as a person. I don't necessarily connect to a lot of the cards. I would have to continuously be looking at the textbook to find out exactly what they were trying to say, or I could study it before I use this deck. I'm yawning because I just came back from eating, and you get that itis. But yeah, a domestic divination kit with deck and instruction book by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum, and I could only assume the majority of this deck was Paul's idea, just based off of the context, the clues. I don't know when I bought this deck. Over 5 years ago. The Housewife Occultist of America. Huh? The freak is that? Yeah, this probably need to get out of my collection. I'll let y'all know if we go up for sale. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.